All right, so we are now ready to do some more analysis. So once you've saved all of your settings, and at this point I've cleared everything off the screen, I'm going to go to the database to search for the patient. So once you were on the patient and you go straight to the database, you will immediately see, it should immediately pop up the patient. So you'll see here that I have Sarah Redding 2. If I scroll up or down, I'll see all the other tracings, but I'll see the one that I just ran here and saved. So I've got this. So what we're going to do, I'm going to go to this bar here and scroll to the right. If you have multiple tracings, scrolling to the right will let you look at some of the other things. So I can see here for me, the one that I have highlighted, I've got the ABR air conducted 2000 hertz tone burst at a click rate of 27.5. But you can see it kind of as you go down here with some of the other patients listed, the different protocols. So you're able to click on those and you'll kind of see a preview here at the bottom. And so for my preview, everything's a little smushed in so we can see that, but I want to be able to edit this preview. And so I'm going to go over to the right side here and we're going to expand and edit. And it's going to open up a new page here, just like this. And so now I can see all the waveforms that I have obtained. Okay, so I want to show you guys a couple things here. This left one that we ran does not look so good, really not really repeatable. I think I cut the sweeps a little bit short on this, so that's probably why it's not super repeatable for this particular patient. But say there was one I really didn't like. Say I didn't like this one here that I have selected. What I'm going to do, I can hide it by clicking this H button, and it just disappears, but it's not gone forever, it's still there. Or I can click H again and it reinstates it. The other thing I can do is go to this X button here. If I click it, it says you're about to delete the following tests. It will label which one you want to delete. It says, are you sure you want to do this? And it asks because as soon as I hit yes, that waveform is gone forever and I will not be able to get it back. And so at that point, I'm not able to get the waveform back. So a lot of times when y'all are doing this, you'll get a lot of runs. You will want to hit the H button instead of the delete button, unless you just know for sure that that's not a waveform you want to keep. Also make sure that the bubble here, the little handle, is actually selected for the one you want to delete, that you're not accidentally deleting the wrong one. So just be careful when you're doing that. I'm going to go back over to this right one here, and so I'm going to click on this bubble. This is the one I started labeling. So I had labeled my 5 already while it was running, but I'm going to come back in and we're going to label a 3 and a 1 also. You'll see at the bottom down here this 1. So this is going to show the latencies of each of them. So if you follow my mouse here, I can see the wave 1 milliseconds was 2.22 milliseconds, wave 3 was at 4.30, and wave 5 was at 5.97 milliseconds. This is very appropriate for a 2000 hertz tone burst. You can also see your inner peak latencies, so 2.08, 1.67, and then your 1.5 was 3.75 milliseconds. So you can analyze and interpret all of these as well. The other thing I want to note is when we're on a waveform here, I want to go up to the top and hit this SSSE. This is my statistical start and statistical end value. I need this to be greater than 0.60 to be sure that the waveform is actually there. So I've got my statistical start here at the beginning. It automatically fills, and then I've got my statistical end here at the end as well. Those should automatically just place themselves. You can move them around if you needed to. You just want to make sure that all the waves that you are labeling are inside the start and the end value. I wouldn't want my end value to be way before wave 5 or cutting off waveforms. The other thing to note is that it won't let you scoot it in closer than 8 milliseconds. So my statistical start is around 1 millisecond here, so it won't let me scoot it in any closer than right here where I've got it. So that's as close as it'll smush it in for me. So again, I'm just going to kind of leave it where it was, but you can move those around as needed. If I look back down here, I can see this CORR. This is a correlation coefficient, and this is basically what your SSSE value is. It needs to be 0.60 or higher, and right here it's 0.85, so we're good. This is really important when we're looking at thresholds. So I'm going to place this on a few more waveforms here as we go down. As you're able to label things, you can certainly label. I think on this one we can see a 1, 3, and 5. It's much more diminished. The latency shifts for 1, 3, and 5. If you don't see these waveforms, you certainly don't have to label them. They do tend to go away faster than your wave 5. This one, maybe a wave 1, kind of hard to tell. So really you're going to be looking at your wave 5s as we're coming down. So I had labeled wave 5, wave 5. So I'm just going to keep scrolling down, make sure I've got all the wave 5s that I wanted to label here. Okay, so wave 5 is labeled in every place. Again, make sure you're duplicating these. I only ran 1 just for the sake of time and for the video, but you want to make sure you're running 2. So let's place some more statistical start and end values. So I'm going to put that one is not so good, 0.27. Sometimes people will adjust these in a little bit, still not ideal. So let's just keep going and see what some of these other correlation coefficients are. That one's much better, so 0.58. And we had it at 0.60 there. But again, you can kind of play around with it just a little bit. You don't want to mess with it too much. Statistical start and end here. That's 0.70, so that's good. We're going to go down to 10, put your statistical start and end. We can see that at 0.49, so still not great, but relatively high. You'll see these become much, much lower as we go. And then let's place one here as well. So statistical start and end. This one's at 0.30. So to know that you've got truly a wave 5 that's present, we want to look at this and make sure it's greater than 0.60, but you also want to make sure things replicate. And so again, that's why you want to run 2 waveforms. So that's one of the analysis parameters that we can use, and the primary one that we use clinically and that you'll use for your clinical comprehensive exam as well.